Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today I'm going to walk you through creating the 3 cards from my October Stamp of the Month card kit. This is the kit I send you when you purchase the Stamp of the Month on my website, and this is the stamp set for October. It's called From Owl of Us. It is so cute, and if you notice there are some blue shading on some of those, that means there are thin cuts. Close to My Heart, listen to us. We have been begging for a while, and they are now including thin cuts on some of our Stamp of the Month sets, and so you can see the different images that do have a thin cut. So when you purchase this Stamp of the Month on my website, I will send you this in the mail, and you can also, if you are a Close to My Heart VIP customer, you can get this stamp set for free. Or if you place an order of $50, you can get the stamp set for $5, or you can just purchase it right out, and I believe it's $19.95. Now with the thin cuts, it's a little bit different. You still can get the stamp for free or discounted, but if you want to add the thin cuts, you can just purchase those along with your free stamp set. So it is a little bit confusing, but just make sure you read the description of the item that you're clicking on the website, and you should be just fine. So in this kit, I will send you a list of, let me grab these out real fast. You'll have a picture on the front. I'll put a list of the items I used, and then also the items that you'll need, and then I've written out instructions and for each card. And for this kit, you will need some blending tools, some adhesive, and some colored pencils. I'm going to be using Close to My Heart's newest colored pencils, and I'm going to give you some tips on those as well. And I use the Natural Landscape set and the Perfect Portrait set and the Bright and Vivid set. And then you'll need some 3D foam, a Toffee Shimmer brush, and the ink colors we're using are Intense Black and Glacier and Mink. But I, for the life of me, cannot find my ink, my Mink ink pad, so I'm going to substitute Toffee. So you can substitute colors if you don't have them. And then I've also included a little coloring help. So I've listed out all of the different colors I use for the different owls. So we will walk through that as well. So here are your pieces. And we have card 1, card 2, and card 3. And in each one, I have included a white piece to either thin cut your owls, or if you didn't get the thin cuts, you can fussy cut them. So we'll stamp our owls on those. So let's go ahead and start with that. We'll do the stamping, and then we can cut the owls out with thin cut, or you can fussy cut, and then we'll just fast forward to that point. Okay, so card number 1 is this one right here, and you will need, let me grab our thin cut. So we're going to use the tree limb on this one, and the owl that is flying away. So those are the 2 that you'll need to cut out and stamp. Okay. And card 2 is this one right here. So you'll have this piece, and you'll want the owl that has a little pom-pom on the top, just like that. So you need to cut that one out. And then number 3, we have the last 2 owls. I try to use all of them on these cards, and you can just position them on there and cut those out. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut those out, and then we'll come back and stamp and color them. Okay, so we have those die cuts all done, and we just need to stamp this flying owl, and I'm just going to use Intense Black ink, or any ink black ink would work as well, because we're just going to color with color pencils. So let's go ahead and grab the stamp set and grab our flying owl. Okay, and I will want my little squishy mat so I get a nice image. And if your stamp set is brand new, you'll just want to season that on your hand or stamp it a couple times just so you can get a nice image on that. And stamp it on there. Okay, and the branch. So I need to bring in a bigger block for the branch. And it's kind of flimsy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it down on my mat and then pick it up so it keeps its shape, so it will match my thin cut. Now there is another option. You could stamp it and then thin cut. So there is that option as well. So either way will work. I just cut them out first and set that down. Just kind of push it a little bit. Make sure we got all of those ink down. And then we have our tree limb. Excuse me. Okay, so in your kit you'll have this piece as well. This is actually a thin cut from one of our old specials. It is still available, and did I put it on here? Let's see. Yes, it is called the Cloud Background Thin Cuts. It's so cute, and then once you cut it out, you have all those adorable little clouds that you can use for other things too. So I just have like a stack of these sitting on my desk, and when I saw this stamp, I'm like, how cute is that to just have some clouds? So that is in your kit as well. So let's actually just do the coloring first, and I will talk you through that a little bit. So these are, close to my heart, brand new color pencils that we carry. They're from Colorista. They're Spectrum Noir, and they're not watercolor pencils. They're just plain watercolor pencils. I did include the colors that I use on each item. So for this one, we need tawny brown, dark umber, amber glow, brown sepia, and blue wave. And I just want to give you a couple little tips, and then I will go ahead and let you color, and then we'll come back and finish it up. These are they kind of have a softer tip. I'm trying to think of the words. So this is dark umber. Now, if you want a softer feel for your coloring, all you need to do is actually just wear that side down. So then you have a flat side. So there's going to be, if that makes sense. So I wore it down so that side is flat, and then you can lightly just go over the image that you want. Now if you want a darker shading of that same color, and let me just finish this up a little bit. You see it's just nice and smooth. I think that's the word I was looking for. You get a nice smooth with that flat edge. And if you want to add some lines and dimensions, just flip it over and use that hard pointy edge to add some more color to it. You see how it's like completely different? Maybe not so much on the camera, but in person you can. And then you can go back with that flat edge and blend them together so they're not like lines, or it just softens it. So these are not markers. Color pencils are so awesome. That way you can kind of layer them. You have that soft edge, and then you can use the point to add some darker shading in there, and then go back over and blend it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and finish coloring, and then we will do the assembly. I wanted to talk about this owl for just a minute. So as you can see, I colored it in with that flat edge. And now I'm going to go back. This is the brown sepia. I'm going to go back and use that harder edge to add that shading on the top. See how it's a whole different color by using the pointed edge to add on his little tufts of feathers. Oops. And then I'm also going to add it right here on the edge of his wings. And then I can flip my pencil over and then just lightly go back over those to blend them together. So that's how they kind of work as a team. So I'm going to flip it over and use that pointed edge to add some darker, harder color, and then flip it over to that lighter side that's flat to blend them together. So I can see that. And then I'm just going to add a harder point edge on these tail feathers. So you can use one pencil and get all that fun shading. So I'm added a little more right here with that heart or the pointed edge. And lastly, we'll have it do his eyes, which are wave blue. So pretty to match the sky that he is flying. And his beak is amber glow, so kind of a yellow color. Just add that right in there. And his feet are the dark umber. Just add that down here. And he is ready to go. So let's go ahead and finish this card. So we have this card base, and I'm going to add some color on the card base using Glacier and that blending tool. Just dip that in and just add splashes of color on the background. You can kind of see where those clouds are going to be. And you can do it as dark or as light as you would like. And it just adds a fun little dimension to the card. Just adding the color behind the clouds. Okay. Let's go ahead and attach our clouds. I'm just using Close My Heart's tape runner. This is the new one that's repositionable and refillable. Very exciting. Okay, so you can put this on, maybe lay it down, make sure you don't need any more ink somewhere. It looks good. So I'm just going to lay that on. That's so cute. And then I'm going to add our branch. I will need to cut it off just a little bit. And then using 3D foam, I'm going to add the owl. Flying down to land on the branch. Such a fun note card type. You can use it for, you know, any occasion. There we go. And we're just going to trim this off. And that is card number 1. So other than the coloring, it's pretty simple and easy to put together. So let's move on to card number 2. This one I think is my favorite. I love the colors in this mix-in right here. So pretty. And for, let's see. Oh, let me grab the owl. He has his little pom-pom, and it might help to have my sample. Actually, that's not the right one. The big one with the pom-pom. There we go. So let's grab our squishy mat and our bigger owl with the pom-pom on his head. Just gonna switch these out. I do need to clean them. I always forget to bring my cleaning, or my, yes, the tool that cleans it. Okay, so if it's brand new, I still can't remember the name. Oh goodness. I'm going to use Intense Black, and then we're also going to stamp on the circle. So we'll do those both while we're here. And let's ink up chamois. It's called a stamp chamois. I knew it would come to me. We're going to stamp that. Oh, cute little guy right there. And then thanks for all owl you do. It's a cute little sentiment that you can use for all kinds of different occasions. And we're going to do that on the circle. Stamp that in the center. Okay, and I think that is all the stamping. So we're going to go ahead and color this cute little guy. And we are using the Wave Blue, the Amber Glow, Flint Gray, which we didn't use before. Let me get out my handy dandy. My friend sent me this holder. Isn't that amazing? So Flint Gray and the Toffee Shimmer brush. We'll need that. Okay, so this one, we're going to use the Flint Gray on his hat. And oh, we need another brown. Let's see. Amber Glow, eyes, scarf, hat, flint, hat trim, pom-pom. I think I forgot the dark umber for his little, there we go. That darker spot. So I'm going to go ahead and color him in, and then we can assemble the card. Okay, so I colored the hat and a scarf with Flint Gray, the little accents on him with dark umber. His beak was Amber Glow, and his eyes are Blue Wave. Now the top of the pom-pom is actually going to be Toffee Shimmer brush, and so we will do that at the end. And then we also need to add a little color. I originally used mink, but like I said in the beginning, I do not know where my mink ink pad went. And so I'm just going to add a little bit of the toffee right there just to help that sentiment pop a little bit. Okay, and then we have our Toffee Shimmer brush. We are going to add splatters on the background using the Toffee Shimmer brush. And I think I like to use like one of Close My Heart's, I call them a pizza box, when I do my splatters. So hold on to, I used black last time. Hold on to your shipping box because they make really good splatter boxes. So I'm just gonna make sure that is set down. And this is the Toffee Shimmer brush. And I'm just going to lightly tap it to get some fun splatters. Now, if it's not splattering like mine, you just push it a little bit to get some more ink out to the tip. And, oh, there we go. We're good to go. We got some more splatters going on. You can do as little or as much as you want. And that will just take a second to dry. So I probably should have done that in the beginning. But there we go. Okay, and then we'll add the little pom-pom at the end. So grab your mink cardstock, and we're going to add that just basically across the center of the card. So just be careful of your splatters. Right across. And then this is the mix-in. Look how it's just so cute. Like I want a shirt or a top. A flannel shirt that looks just like that. So put that in the center. And then we'll add our thanks for all, I have a hard time saying it. Thanks for owl you do. There we go, owl. Just add that. And then use 3D foam to add our owl. And then we can add the Toffee Shimmer brush on his pom-pom. So you're just gonna lightly add some of that shimmer right up there. That's so fun. Okay, so that is card number 2. I'll set that aside to dry. Okay, so card number 3, we have the last 2 owls, and this one is more holiday themed. And so you will have these 2 little guys. And let's go ahead and stamp them as well. So you'll have the big guy with the pom-pom and then the little one. Let me grab a block. Season that. And we're going to use Intense Black again. Get some good coverage on there. And you just hold it for a minute, make sure it seeps through. There we go. And then the little guy, he should probably fit right here on this one. Season it if it's brand new. By seasoning it, it just gets that manufacturer kind of dust and stuff off of it. So then you'll get a nice, cleaner image. Okay, and we will need to stamp Happy Holidays, but we'll do that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and color these. The small owl will need the wave blue. His scarf is fiery red. Let me find that one. This one right here. And he is brown sepia. And then his pom-pom is the Toffee Shimmer brush. So let's go ahead and color him. And then, let's see. Oh, the larger owl is brown sepia. The hat and scarf is pine green. This one right here. And again, the Toffee Shimmer brush. So let's go ahead and color those, and then we can come back and finish assembling. Okay, so those 2 little guys are colored. So let's bring in our pieces. So for card number 3, we have some more of that mix-in paper. So you could use either side if you would like. The mix-in is such a good paper packet. I always get at least 2 every time a new one comes out because I use them for all kinds of things. So let's go ahead and grab our card base. I'm just going to leave it flat because we're going to be stamping on it. And so let's add our red pieces. And again, you could use either side, whichever you would like. And our other piece on the top, just lay that right there. And then our green pattern. It's so fun. So the reason why these are called mix-ins is because they are designed to mix and mesh with our other paper collections. And I did a video a little while ago about another collection and how I used it. I think you can just tag it on here so you can check it out. But yeah, it was kind of a fun video of how the mix-ins work with the rest of our paper collections. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the sentiment. I just laid those on there for placing, and you could do all these little pieces. There we go. Happy Holidays. You could do warm wishes. You could do another thank you. A lot of different options on there. So let's do the Happy Holidays. And again, I'm just using the Intense Black ink, and I'm going to put this squishy underneath because I want to make sure I get a nice image for the sentiment. It's always scary to stamp right on your card base when you've attached all the things, right? So I want to make sure I have the best possible outcome. Okay, so we're going to move this little guy a little bit and we'll just stamp Happy Holidays right there in the center. I'm just going to hold it for a second. Perfect. And if you have the mink, I added a little bit of mink ink, but since I lost mine, I'm going to use the Toffee and I'm going to add just a little bit of color right over that. Just a little wash of color. So cute. These little blending brushes are really great to use for a nice soft look. And then we can put these guys on. So this guy I just attached just with glue. And this one I used 3D foam. And we have just one more step, and that is to add our shimmer with their pom-poms. So grab your Toffee shimmer brush again, and we'll add some shimmer on their pom-poms. So fun. Okay, so that is card number 3, and I'm going to set that aside to dry as well. So those are the 3 cards that are included in my October Stamp of the Month kit. Again, you can get this kit for free when you order the Stamp of the Month on my website, which is juliescott.closemyheart.com, and I will send you this kit to create these 3 cards. I will also put a list of all the items I used in this video in the description, so if there's something you want to peek back at. And let's see, I'm trying to think what else. I think that's all. So I think we're good for October. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment and let me know which owl you like the best, or if you love them all like I do. And then make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.